All right, so are you Trisha Tarant? And this is 24 DCCR 1217.
Right off the bat, we're diving into a formal plea hearing. But keep your ears sharp. Things move fast, and the details matter, especially when the charges involve first-degree murder. Gulp.
And Mr. Brewer, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
We will, Your Honor.
Mr.
Mr. Cook.
Mr. Cook, I'm so sorry.
Mr. Brewer was the guy that's actually on the he's on
Gotcha.
vacation.
Thank you, Mr. Cook. And Mr. Tarrant, before we get started, I'm going to make sure that we're all on the same page. I know the clerk had you swear in, but she said that you didn't answer out loud, so I want to make sure we are all clear, that the record's clear. So the best you can, would you please raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. And it looks like in cause number 24-1217, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of the first-degree felony murder, and that's from May 21st of 2021. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they...
Pause for a second. This is the moment everything shifts. When a defendant pleads guilty in open court, it's not just words, it's a legally binding admission. The judge is checking three critical boxes. Is it voluntary? Is it informed? And is it true? Here's something you might not know. Courts can't accept a guilty plea unless the defendant is mentally competent. That's why this quick check-in is essential. Without it, the entire plea could be thrown out on appeal. This is more than formality. It's protection.
Sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of the first-degree felony offense of murder. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 20 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You do receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. That will run consecutive to cause number 16808 out of Zandt County, Texas. I am going to hand you in just a second the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. You are also going to be handed a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition.
Okay.
I'm required.
And here comes a heavy one. Firearms prohibition. Once convicted of a felony in Texas, you lose your right to own or possess a gun, sometimes permanently. A stark reminder that the consequences of a guilty plea echo far beyond prison walls.
To read this to you. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Cook. And it's my understanding that there is a victim impact statement. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's do this. If we can, Mr. Lewis, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to submit it to the court, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if somebody was here or if they
They're
wanted
watching on Zoom.
to. Okay.
They're watching the proceeding on in communication with them. They are fine with me submitting it.
Okay, thank you. And did you want to read it out loud for them or just submit it to the court?
I can read it out loud.
Okay.
It's not very long.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And we'll go off the record.
I wanted to know why this happened.
Grab a tissue. What we're about to hear is a victim impact statement, one of the most emotionally charged moments in any courtroom. This isn't about evidence. It's about grief, healing, and the human cost behind the headlines.
I was extremely sad and just miss him. I felt helpless because I knew I was never going to see him again. I wanted answers. I wanted to hug him. I thought he was only going to be at that facility 3 days and then he was going to be released. We even prepared his room for his arrival, but that day never came because he was murdered. My son was not a rebellious person. He had reconciled with the Lord and was ready to come home.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank y'all. You're free to go back with the bailiff.
Does he get these copies?
Yes, he can have those copies. All right, thank you. Good morning. Are you Edmon Latulus? And this is 24-2057. Ms. Latulus is charged with abandoning or endangering a child. And what is the announcement?
We've met a couple of times, me and Mr. Hoffpower. This involves the death of a child, and so we're still needing a little bit more time.
Sure.
To get
There's also we've got our co-defendant, the driver of the vehicle.
and
Okay.
she was the passenger.
So we're not sitting on this by any stretch of,
Yeah.
we've been talking, it's just a unique one and there's a lot of things.
So I'll do a normal reset so y'all can go through more discovery, see where you get. Ms. Latulus, make sure you stay in touch with Ms. Holmes so that you know what's going on. And when she receives information from Mr. Hoffpower, y'all can go over that together and we'll see where we get at the next court date. All right? You're free to go. Good morning. You're Zuli Valasila? And Ms. Valasila is charged in 24 DCCR 1364 with burglary of a habitation. And what is the announcement?
Yes, Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Nichols previously. There is some information that he would like for my client to provide to the state that we're working on.
Okay.
So we can get some time to get that to him.
All right. Any issues that you see?
Judge, that's with respect to some additional.
So I'm going to do just a normal reset. Any information that you have, you need to make sure and get that to Ms. Holmes quickly so that she can get it to Mr. Nichols, and that way we can see where we are at that next court date with regard to an announcement, okay? All right, you're free to go. Thank you. Good morning. You're Crystal Vogan. And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She does, Judge.
Ms. Vogan, in cause number 250026, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of property from February 9th of 2023. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 4-year deferred adjudicated probation. There would be a $1,000 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Also, do you understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? I've got to ask everyone. State tenders number 1.
No objection, Judge.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Vogan is not competent?
No, Judge.
Is there restitution or no?
Your Honor, I believe that was covered, but I still think they need to do a PSI.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll just give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right there. All right? We'll see you back at sentencing. Thank you. Good morning, sir. You're James Rucker.
And just like that, we shift to another case. Notice how quickly the court transitions? It's because many of these are procedural hearings, moving cases along the conveyor belt of justice. But for the people involved, each one is life-changing.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is cause numbers 24-1348 and 24-1349. And what is the announcement?
Judge, first, this was the one where the government had to do an amended indictment. That was done. So my pending motion to quash, I believe the court can just simply ignore. We're now satisfied with the
That's what I
indictment.
wanted to find out. So you are satisfied
We're
with the way it is, then I will grant that second motion to amend the indictment, make that modification, and then the motion to quash will go away. All right, so where does that leave us then?
I think the state's in a position where we'll be making an offer pretty quickly, and hopefully we'll get this thing moved.
Okay, so I'll do one more reset. I'd like for this to be close to the last one. If y'all can get any offer, y'all talk about it. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Gallimore, and then we'll see where we get at that next court date.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
you're
you.
free to go. Thank you.
I'll send you